Sure. And then he kept telling me, and I kept telling him to keep me posted on what's going on. And then I went to several events, and then I said, hey, if you need any help. And they said, well, Katie's leaving after 6 weeks, and she just was getting the place started. So if you'd like to do her, become program director. Well, and I think that the relationship, I'm dealing with some very smart, community-minded, funny people. I mean, they're great people. And it's just that, and I think that we're more on the same page, because Darren and Dina Mack and Julia Young, who started the place, and she runs Page 15, the children's literacy program. Ryan Rivas, who does the Borough Press, the small press. And it's just been a really, really cool place to be. And
it's nourishing probably for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing this monthly thing, Fourth Tuesday, called...
Good. I'm so glad.
This is Kelly. She does the.
Wait, who are you? Who are
I'm
you?
Megan.
You're Megan.
Stewart. Yeah,
Hi,
we're
Megan
unladylike.
Stewart. You're unladylike.
We're both.
You're unladylike too?
Yeah.
You don't even look like you're unladylike.
Well, I feel that it's really going to develop that night. Once everyone's bring all the materials over, and once I'm here with everything.
Is it a sculpture? What do you do?
I make sculpture with and do installations with furniture pieces. So I dismantle furniture and put it back together, assemble it in a new way. It's basically
Where are you going to be located?
right in front of everything.
Oh, you lucky dog. Front and center. And what about you?
I'm actually doing a performance art piece called Bargain Basement Sovereign, and I'm actually still trying to figure out where I'm going to be situated.
Oh, nice.
And I'm actually receiving trash offerings from the general public. Whatever that means.
Does it sometimes come in human form?
Say again?
Does it sometimes come in human form?
But I'm
could
no
be
judgment
scary.
zone, so yeah, but
But we're square around here, so. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so my friend Jake Ellis and I together are getting a bunch of pairs of shoes, painting them bright colors, stringing up a fake power line, and throwing the shoes over the fake power line, just as a fun take on something that usually isn't so fun, but along with the theme of Walk On By.
What do you do?
For this project, we're painting. I'm doing some gardening and hanging pictures, playing music, I think. We do every day. I guess turning our house inside out.
Oh, so you're doing it, guys. The stars. The lore star. I think you are. I mean, that's what everybody says.
I thought it was a very cool idea. And I kind of like the fact that he's making an effort in a way not to promote it, just to let it happen. So people kind of like, what the hell was that? It just happened. I think that's pretty cool.
I think so too. I'm really excited.
It's kind of nice that nobody's expecting it to be here, so you don't have a set audience that knows what's going on. So it's people that may not normally view art or may not normally see dance. So it's something that's kind of interesting for somebody just to see on their way to work or on their way to get a cup of coffee or what have you, to kind of say, oh, there's art in this little village of ours in Orlando. So it works.
really kind of helping the city, and I think that the people are kind of connecting, so it's not becoming just like I live over here, you live over there. Like now, like part of this effort was to sort of collaborate, and I think there's 8 of them in Orlando, which eventually I'd like to connect the rest of them too. So, but I do think that the Mills 50 area, sort of from like Julio, Say It Loud to over Laughing Samurai, is probably the best area for doing some of the stuff that the art. There's art warehouse. I mean, there's warehouses there with studios, and there's all kinds of things.
down.
So how many birdhouses do you have, Todd?
How many birdhouses?
You know?
You know what? I think there's probably 50 out there, interspersed. We did some. I used some of them for that red chair project for Urban Rethink. We did a chair and it's decorated with all these foreclosed birdhouses and a big fat cat banker. He's an actual cat sitting on top with all his cash popping out of his jacket. It's kind of funny. So we're almost there.
There's so many efforts to sanitize and make this a family place when it's kind of ignored that what makes the city interesting is actually sort of the things that don't make sense sometimes, or the things that are surprises, and I think that to me it feels like I'm living in this place where it's almost like this insecure kid who wants everybody to like them, and they try to do everything to make that person like them, those people like them. In the end, nobody really likes you that much, you know? And I feel like that's what Orlando is kind of presenting itself as. I said, I think that you need to have some personality. You need to have something that actually makes you feel like, wow, I feel secure about doing this sort of thing, instead of just sitting there thinking like, well, what will everybody like? You know, what will I? And I think that there's way too much of that. Maybe Orlando
Don't last longer than like 3 days if they're not like secured. So I'm a little impressed that this one's been here. I think it's probably been here for like a month. And you can see it's well used. Just fancied up. So these are all like chairs. They're chairs that I find on the curbside, or people are just throwing them out, and I'll take them and repair them and funk them up and then put them out at the bus stop. But there's a couple, here's a couple more. They're a little crazy. This will bring you to the website.
This was a corridor project, but Creative City project happening at almost the same time. A new commission, for downtown. Just feels like a lot of things are kicking into gear.
It's a really fun, colorful, vivacious scene that will make you smile and make you kind of forget about your worries for a while and just kind of enjoy the present moment.
Getting art out in the streets where people can see it and experience it, interact with it, and have it be free, and have it be fun, and have it be accessible.
Part of the reason I picked a lot of the areas I've picked is because they're central in the city, and they're also on busy thoroughfares, because I really like the idea of having a sort of pedestrian world. I mean, a world where the pedestrians can actually enjoy it, or you can drive by and you can see things, or you might drive by an empty shop and all of a sudden it's a video installation or something like that. And I also want to bring the people together. I want to make it
taking one of my projects that's entirely virtual on the computer and kind of bringing it into physical space. So I'm going to be making 12-foot tall stick people made out of cardboard tubes.
1,000 thank yous to everyone for showing up. Thank you, Pat Green, for believing in everyone in our community. Thank you.
Pragmatic that if we're going to do this, they would have just thought you were crazy. And I thought Orlando seemed to lack a lot of things. Stardust came along as one of those places that has just evolved and started out as an amazing video store. And he said that we compressed all the good things and put it all in one area and made everything look really good. And we wrote without manipulating. And he said pretty soon people would see it like you and they go, oh, I want to be a part of this. And he said the illusion became the reality. And I think that sometimes it's not really an illusion, but it's all of a sudden people might watch this and go, hey, that guy or that woman, actually, I should be talking to that person about doing this, and I should be not realizing that I'm alone in this world, you know. And I do think that a lot of people, and it might be an American thing too, where people do feel alone and feel alienated, and they don't